Zach Tomczak. That's Andrew Lee.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
You're a maniac. I'm fat. Lump's a bad dresser.
Hey!
Now we've got the Donald Trump portion of the show out of the way.
Outstanding.
Out of the way.
On the show today, third wheeling starting at about 6:45, State Representative Nick Zerwas.
Is he the only third wheel you know?
Yep.
He's the only person we know.
He's the only one willing to do it.
He's the only person I know who sounds worse on radio than I do. So that's why he gets chosen.
Yeah.
At 7 o'clock, Congressman Tom Emmer calling in. Also in that hour at about 7:30-ish, Congressman Sean Duffy calling in to say good things about Marco Rubio, who is his candidate. Mm-hmm. And we'll talk about the debate from last night around that time. Mm-hmm. At 8, blast from the past, Aaron Rupar.
Aaron Rupar.
Yeah.
Aaron Rupar.
Aaron Rupar. Used to come on the show.
Probably has no idea.
No, I knew him.
Were you?
Yeah, he came in for a few weeks when I started.
I don't think so.
Yes.
Well.
Yes, I know the whole bit with Rupar's mom and everything.
Oh, that's right.
Carol.
Yeah.
Carol.
No, he was coming. He came in for at least 3 or 4 weeks when I first started.
I don't know. I think it's 2013 right now, so I don't understand time. I get confused often. Don't remember what years, who was sitting where.
Aaron used to work for the City Pages, and that's when the whole Friday City Pages bit started, was when Aaron was one of their writers. He left City Pages to go to Fox 9, and then we did sort of a double thing where he would come in once a week from
totally
Fox
forgot
9.
He went to Fox 9.
And then Ben Johnson from the City Pages would come in, and then Aaron left Fox 9 to go work for the Senate DFL.
House DFL, I think.
Sorry, you're right, House DFL. And his boss said, nah.
Put the kibosh on that.
No, you're not doing that anymore. You're not going on that show.
And
jerks.
Aaron has left the House caucus,
quote.
Leaving Minnesota, going to D.C.
That wasn't even me. I played audio.
Think that was progress.
Yeah, they're
which
jerks.
Is interesting because when we had Aaron on, he was certainly leans left, but he was not an unthinking lefty.
And I wouldn't see. He still isn't.
And so, but it's when he went to work for the caucus where it's like, you don't get to think anymore. You
right.
Just talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So he's going to D.C. next week, going to work for a super lefty website. We'll talk with him about that at 8. Then, of course, at 8:40.
I figure we'll also get his thoughts on the debate.
Yeah, we'll shoot the S.
Right.
As we always do.
See if he's a Bernie guy or a Hillary guy.
At 8:40, the parody song contest. The winners today, tickets to the World's Toughest Rodeo.
World's Toughest Rodeo tickets.
At this pace, everybody who's going that night will be from the show.
Yeah. Yeah, we're giving away almost all the tickets, I think.
So,
because how many do we have to give away today?
Today, we have at least 2.
Check to see if we'll be giving away some before the parody song contest, maybe in the 7 o'clock.
Otherwise known as, I don't know.
No. It just depends on whether or not I want to give out more. We have 2.
You know, I realize I sat down 30 seconds before we started today, but you guys please try to get your poop in.
I'm sorry, we had an
argument. To be showing up.
We had an argument over coffee this morning.
Okay,
so.
that's
you had an argument over coffee.
We had an argument over coffee, so we wasted time doing that.
That's relevant as the guy who corrected my then on Twitter last night. You know what's worse than Nazis? Grammar Nazis. If you look at them historically.
Not true.
Yeah.
Not true.
All right. I am sleeping with a listener. And I know that sounds like a great thing, but for better, for worse, richer, for poor, I am. My wife is a big fan of the show.
Hello, wife.
It's kind of like, well, she won't listen to this until 10 o'clock tonight.
And then she'll
talk to me about
it.
You want your wife, your spouse to be into what you're doing, and I have that. It's great until you realize that it's Kathy Bates from Misery.
I'm your number one fan.
So like 10:15 I'm trying to get to bed, and she had just finished.
You're going to get hobbled.
She just finished. No, I have 2 of them. There's Hug Nugget and Prevent Movement on all levels. She just got done listening to the podcast around 10:15 while I'm trying to go to bed, and she's ramped up, and angry, and many things to say.
Okay.
So yesterday we had talked about the story of the woman who was suing her employer and and Health Partners, I think. Was it you? Yeah, I'm not sure. I have to check the story about.
She was suing her employer and her insurance company. She's got a 19-year-old child who wants gender reassignment surgery.
17.
17, I'm sorry. 17-year-old child who wants gender reassignment surgery. and her employer's health plan doesn't cover it.
Yeah, Brittany Tover, a nurse practitioner in Ada who works for Duluth-based Essentia Health, filed a suit against her employer and health partners, which administers Essentia's employee health coverage. That's from NPR. And it's over $9,000 of the drug Lupron. Have any of you guys been on Lupron? Anybody? Me neither.
I think I've heard of it,
No,
maybe.
never heard of it.
Well, here's what I learned last night from the number one fan. My wife has been on this drug. With our 2 kids that we spit in the face of God for and paid a pile of money to get, in vitro fertilization, one of the drugs that one goes on is Lupron. And I learned last night that we spent $24,000 on uncovered medication.
Okay.
Part of that is Lupron. Not cheap.
You didn't think to sue somebody to try to force them to cover it for you?
No.
Wow, you don't know how America works.
We're losing it, yes, but you're right. And it was expensive, but not medically necessary. You know, medically necessary to accomplish our goal of having children through science and heresy, but not medically necessary to keep my wife alive. We
The
had to
things
make
that
the
led up
choice.
to
Yeah.
the need for Lupron were all elective.
Yeah, we chose to. We couldn't have. Somebody else chose that we couldn't have kids the normal way, but we chose to take extraordinary measures to get kids. That we chose that. And because of that, she needed this drug that was necessary for the choice we had made.
Right.
And so I'm having all of this explained to me through anger, a lot of hand motion, spit. Here's how it is. And I don't.
And your wife has some expertise in this field.
My wife is a healthcare lawyer, and she explained to me how the insurance industry works and ERISA laws. Anybody? ERISA?
Nope.
Me neither. It's explained to me last night. ERISA, which is the Employee Retirement Income Security Act of 1974, protects the retirement assets of Americans by implementing rules that qualified plans must follow to ensure that plan fiduciaries do not misuse plan assets. There's a whole bunch of laws set up to protect the money you give an insurance company so they don't have a heart and start paying for procedures and medications willy-nilly. There's a law that protects you from them doing what this lady is suing them for not doing.
Understood.
They're not supposed to do that. I mean, you have a deal, a contract you sign that says, I'm going to give you this money and you're going to cover these things. And if they go off book on that and start just making stuff up, well, there's no guarantee. One, they've broken their fiduciary duties to you.
Right.
And they may not have the money when you need it for your planned covered chemotherapy treatment.
Right.
If
Something that is indeed medically necessary to keep you alive.
that you've agreed to.
Yeah.
They've said they
Part of the
they will
contract.
pay.
Right.
So it's
And I'm
this
sure
lady
that if,
is nuts.
I'm sure that if this lady had shopped around, she could have found an insurance policy that would have covered these things. But she didn't do that. She just took the one that was offered to her through her work.
Yeah.
There are other options. You don't have to do that. It's more expensive. It may be more expensive, but there are the options are there.
Yeah.
So if you saw this coming, and her child, I believe, was diagnosed with this gender dysphoria well before, so she's known about this for a while. That is incumbent upon her to go find an insurance policy that meets her needs. It is not incumbent upon her employer to craft an insurance policy that meets the needs of potentially just one employee.
And when you find out that you've got fertility issues and you're mid-30s, the clock starts ticking. At some point, you've run out of time. This gender reassignment, Ely,
He's 17. He's got plenty of time.
you can do that when you're 80.
Yeah.
Probably not what you'd like,
Right.
but
Right.
not necessarily. I mean, this
It
is,
doesn't have to happen right now.
and yeah, it's not life-saving. And the country is, I want what I want because I want it, and if I don't get it, I'm going to sue you.
Yeah,
regardless of all the laws.
It's
put in
not,
place
but
to
it's more
correct
than
exactly
I. It's
this.
more than I want what I want because I want it. It's I want what I want because I want it, and somebody else has to provide it to me.
Well, yeah.
My employer has to provide it to me. Your employer is responsible for nothing but paying you for the work that you do.
And time when you're not there. for reasons. Yeah. We're moving away from, in this country, being, I want what I want, so damn it, I'm going to go get it, to I want what I want, so I want you to give it to me.
This is
That's not good.
This is more reasons why the conversation about healthcare should involve the concept of extracting healthcare from the employer-employee relationship.
Feel the burn, Medicare for all. Yeah.
And just let it be between you and your doctor, and you should have a menu of insurance options available to you that you can choose from multiple companies, from different states, to lift different levels of coverage. If you just want catastrophic coverage, you should be able to opt for just catastrophic coverage. If you want more comprehensive coverage that covers, well visits and preventative care,
Extra
and
parts
physicals,
downstairs.
and other things that may not be emergency related, just optional, elective, that policy should be available to you as well.
Choices and options.
And now, right now, we just don't have that.
The left is pro-choice on one issue. And not on health insurance and not on education.
Yeah.
All right, boss man, let's take a break. What's at the top of the news bag when we come back?
A massive audit has been done to MNsure. It's going to infuriate you.
Start the day angry.
And St. Paul schools are going to start ignoring holidays.
Woohoo!